Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today. It's good to be back with you live. I had a fabulous vacation, well rested, reconnected in ways that I haven't been in quite some time. Uh, it's good to be back with you. So this morning, sorry about that, bumped the microphone. Um, Just for Today is a time of eclectic reading, sharing of perspectives, meditation, and prayer. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the newly joined Centers for Spiritual Living Communities of Columbia and Greater Baltimore. Today is June 10th, and this morning I'm reading from Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. And I opened it up to page 120. And I'm just going to read what it offers us here. It's a little bit of a reading, but what the heck? I want to talk about another kind of high country now in the world of thought, which in some ways, for me at least, seems to parallel or produce feelings similar to this, and call it the high country of the mind. If all of human knowledge, everything that's known, is believed to be an enormous hierarchic structure, then the high country of the mind is found at the uppermost reaches of this structure in the most general and most abstract considerations of all. Few people travel here. There's no real profit to be made from wandering through it, yet, like this high country of the material world all around us, it has its own austere beauty that to some people make the hardships of traveling through it seem worthwhile. Here's where it gets interesting for me. In the high country of the mind, one has to become adjusted to the thinner air of uncertainty and to answer propose and to the answers proposed to these questions. The sweep goes on and on and on, so obviously much further than the mind can grasp, one hesitates to go near for fear of getting lost in them and never finding one's way out. What is the truth, and how do you know it when you have it? How do we really know anything? Is there an I, a soul, which knows? Or is the soul merely cells coordinating senses? Is reality basically changing, or is it fixed and permanent? When it's said that something means something, what's meant by that? I think for me this speaks volumes to this challenge that many of us live through of letting go of the very idea of certainty. This, and what I call the slippery slope of certainty. Because once I think I absolutely have a certain fixed answer, I become unteachable. Is it uncomfortable to live in the mystery? Absolutely, because my amygdala, my biology, my brain stem that needs certainty in order to feel that it's done its job protecting my physical being needs that certainty. And so for me, it's been that dance of learning to deal with certainty in the physical realm that relates solely to my physical well being and simultaneously be in those existential explorations. And honestly, I find it tremendously fascinating. And it awakens parts of me that I didn't know were here. Um, And I no longer find myself needing to have the answer or even an answer. Um, it allows me to actually read and take into consideration other perspectives. It allows me to even be in the throes of chaos and explore the necessity of the chaos in terms of awakening us to new understandings. I'll be honest, I dislike the hierarchical model because of human conditioning. It puts things on a greater than or less than. I much prefer to simply explore differences, explore similarities, explore things I don't understand at all. And then when I do understand, to really explore my understanding. Is there more? And my experience is there always is. So I invite you to take into our time of meditation. Where are you in the willingness to live in the what else is here? For me to see, for me to know, for me to do. What else is here? Let's take that into our time of meditation. So leaning into this precious moment of now, this one breath that is the breath of life, breathing itself. One power, one presence, one life, living itself, individualized, in a multiplicity of expressions, no two the same. And so life is diverse. Life is everywhere present. It is the omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence of creation, of life, love. I know this life to be infinite intelligence, infinite abundance, giving to itself without restriction, without qualification, unconditionally. And so I know that I am made of that. For there to be truly one substance, all life, one life, all life must be made out of it. So all life must contain it, must be it, reformed in a new expression, expanding the experience of life. I am that in form, and what is true of me is true of all life. And so every living expression is this one life, this one substance, this one everything expressing itself, individualized. No one creation greater than or less than another. And so no one expression of life is the expression. No one experience of life is the experience of life, but rather all is life, living itself, expressing itself. And so I claim and affirm that I am open to every experience of life. I am open and curious and willing to live in the question, in the mystery. More than willing to live in it, I find within myself that desire, that unquenchable thirst to experience more of the divine self, of life itself. And so I open to the question, what else is here? And I open to experience the moreness of life, the what elseness of life, the, well, what does that really mean of life? From a place of genuine childlike curiosity that explores with joy and awe and wonder. I affirm that this is the activity of my life, of my presence here in this planetary realm. And I celebrate that just as quickly as the words are formed in this human brain and spoken in this human voice, even before I was aware of them, the one that is forming them, the spiritual essence of me, that is moving itself into expression by means of speaking its word, already made it so. The activity of creation that I call law, the doer, it simply responds to the desire of the heart with that infinite, ever-present, immediate yes. So I know it's already done, and so I can lean into that faith faith that is the substance of things not seen, the evidence of things hoped for. I claim and I affirm that it is already done. And so, knowing it is complete, I let go. I remind the human me that there is nothing for me to do, and simply for me to be. And as I am nudged, as I follow the breadcrumbs, the doing becomes apparent in my level of participation of life unfolding. And I will allow myself to know that that is very different than me thinking I am unfolding life, but rather I am simply a participant in the unfolding of life. So I say yes, I partner my human self with my divine self. Yes. 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 Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.